Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable After Dark with all of these amazing people, Ted.
Kara, look at this crowd we have tonight. It is the A-list of Fixed Ops. They look marvelous. Kara, you look marvelous as well this evening.
You do as well, Ted, with the top hat on tonight. And I see a common theme with everyone today. Something's going on. We're all matching.
Yeah, we have the infamous Tully buttons on. There must be a reason for that, Tully. We will get into that this evening. Good evening, Tully Williams. Thank you for being here tonight.
It's awesome to be here tonight. I'm telling you, with all these great people and mentors. Ted, thanks so much for the invite.
Hey, Tully, thanks. And by the way, Tully, we are live tonight. Kara, that's correct, right?
We are live. The comments are already rolling in. So if you haven't shared this video, everybody go share it on your social medias right now so we can collect all these comments tonight.
And Kara, I don't know if you've met the amazing Jim Roche, who's with us tonight. Jim, welcome to After Dark.
Thank you, Ted, and good to see Kara and all the other panelists. Pleasure to be here.
Hey, great to have you. Ed Roberts is here from Bozard Ford Lincoln. Ed, thank you so much for all that you do for our industry.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see all you guys out here tonight, and I'm looking forward to finding out why we're all wearing Tully buttons.
Yeah, I think there's something coming up Ron Over's sleeve here. Sarah Van Tyne, welcome back to After Dark. You look marvelous as well. Good evening.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome to be here. Hello, everybody.
Yep. Hey, Scott, Greg, welcome tonight. You know, Kara and I were making a little wager offline who was going to get dressed up tonight, right, Kara? And Scott, you look fantastic. Welcome.
Thanks, Ted. Happy to be here with all this talent.
Yeah, amazing talent, right, Scott? Sean Kingry, what can I say, my friend? Good evening.
Well, thank you, Mr. Well, thank you, Ted. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to, I would assume tonight we are going to knight Mr. Williams, and it is an honor to be on here with him.
Yeah, I believe tonight is that night, and to help us with that, the master of ceremonies we're going to be turning over to is the great Ron Overs, the publisher of Fixed Ops Magazine. Ron, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much, Ted. I really appreciate that. There's nothing more fun than, you know, as they say, iron sharpening iron, right? So you get a group like this together of people that they get it in the fixed ops world. They understand how the business is run. They know how to make things work. And it's just great to focus on what makes all of us, you know, excited about fixed operations today.
And everybody who's watching, welcome tonight. Julie Douglas, we see you there, Julie. Good evening. A lot of good friends here tonight on the panel with Tully and Sean and Scott and more. And Kara, I saw that you have a magazine in your hand. What do you got there?
I do. I have the Fixed Ops magazine. Hopefully all of you have it too. But I got a special delivery today, actually, and I have the latest edition.
And that looks like the one and only Les Silver, Ron, on the cover of this month's magazine.
Right. And by the way, if anyone doesn't have a copy of Fixed Ops magazine, this is a free subscription that you can get by just going to fixedopsmag.com, signing up, and it shows up on your doorstep. No cost to you. So you really need to have one of those. So it's really great. It really is. 10 great stories every month written by people just like the people here who really understand the business, and advertisers who get it. You know, they have to get by me. And though, you know, I might look like a nice guy, I'm not. I ask really tough questions. It's like, why do you want to be in my magazine? Tell me again, what's so great about your product? And if they stumble, they probably aren't very good at their business, and we probably don't get them in the magazine because they, you know. So the reality is we really work to get good people involved in this business all the time. And it's a real joy to be part of this.
And Ron, and it shows, there's no question about it. I also want to thank a company that is our exclusive sponsor for the After Dark show, and that is BG Products. Our good friends at BG, our partners beyond products. Tully, I see that just over your shoulder there. Yep, 50 years, first 50 years in business And congratulations to BG and thank them for all that they do. And Kara, I understand that recently BG has also been in the news. There's been a fellow who's been winning some races with that BG.
Yes, Bob Tasca, congratulations. And look at his outfit, matching the race car, all BG'd out when he won the 2022 Topeka Heartland National Championship. So congratulations to Bob Tasca and BG.
Yeah, look at that, all BG'd out. I like that term. And, Kara, I'm wondering, since he's going to be at the September event along with everybody who's here tonight, I'm wondering if there's a way to, possibly in one of the promos, maybe replicate some of those photos and maybe have some fun with that.
Man, do y'all think I can look like a race car driver?
We're going to find out.
I'm up for the challenge.
Love it. So, Ron, over to you. You got a great panel coming up with all these A-listers on September 20th at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, the Roaring 20s event. Tell us what's going on.
I'll tell you what, it's so fun, Ted. You and I have been together now for several years. And when we got together at the beginning, it really was fun to say, let's figure out how to, just collaborate and make this thing work. And so we've just, through time, found the best of the best and had this opportunity to have Fixed Ops Mag to have a panel on your great roundtable and to actually just get together, ask them some really deep thought questions, and have them have an opportunity to just give us answers as what's going on in their business, what's new, how's it going, and compare that to, for everyone else who's watching, compare that to how your business is going and learn from them and learn from the challenges that they're facing every day in their world, because I'm sure they're very similar. That's a lot of fun. This has been great.
It is. And I know one of the things you mentioned to me that we'll be talking about at the event in September is you asked all of us at the end of last year what our plans were for this year. And, kind of put it in perspective, what have we accomplished and, what have we got left and what their plans are. Maybe elaborate on that and maybe take that around the panel.
Yeah, let's start right there, right? I mean, we're roughly 250 days into a 365-day year once again. And so, guys, we got like 100 days left to figure this thing out. So the question is, how are you doing? You made these great plans. You're 250 days into it, 100 days to go. And tell me what you're thinking and where you see yourself going. Let's start with Tully. How about yourself?
Well, thank you so much, Ron. I'm telling you, where we are today is that we are sitting pretty. And I want to say thank you to all of our 642 employees at our stores. Why? Because we have a focus. We have a direction. Look at what we can do together. Make it fun. Is your culture at your store right? Have the right KPIs that you want to measure every day. Are you green? Are you red? Are you yellow? Get to green. Let's make more money for us and our families. Let's get it going.
Tully, one of the things I love is you keep it simple, right? I mean, it's some of the most brilliant things in the world are simple. That you don't get caught up in the colors. You don't get caught up in the, why are we here? What are we selling?
Selling hours, my good friend. We're selling hours.
Let me write that down. Oh, wow. That's good. All right, I'll do that. It's beautiful because, what's really cool about it is it really helps you focus back on what's important to you, the blocking and tackling, if you're doing a sports analogy with football, right? It's the basic stuff, I mentioned I like tennis, right? Well, if you can't get the ball over the net, the rest of it's really not so important. Okay, so you really just need to, figure out the basics. So it really comes right down to those kind of things. And Tully, you do it best. And one of the reasons why we got these cool buttons on, right here is you do it best, and it's pretty cool. How about Ed? Tell us how's your year going?
Man, we've been blessed, and it's another year of growth. The last year was a great year for all of us, and it's an opportunity for us to continue to get better this year, and not rest. And you got to constantly find something that there's opportunity with. And we're growing our mobile business. We just got our tire van in. You guys will see that coming up here soon. So we can charge an EV and replace its tires all at the same time in one swoop. And you never have to leave your place of business, never have to leave your home. We are getting into the electrification business. We have Lightnings on the ground and delivering them. Have Mach-E's that we're delivering. Have electric transits that we're delivering now. So we're getting in the EV business. And I believe that I have a vehicle coming in for you in a couple of days here, Ron.
You know, they just keep coming. They just keep coming and coming and coming. I said, all right, Ted, I'll take it. Just bring it over. Come on, one more. What the heck? You know, I'll tell you what, I'm having an absolute, you know, we call the red Mustang, we got the Mach-E. We call it Mustang Mary, my wife's name, Mary Lou. You know, and, you know, I really thought I was getting that car for myself. It's caused a lot of family issues, that car. It really has. Because I go out in the garage and it's never there. It's gone. So it's been great. It really has. EVs are coming, guys, and it's the real deal. And if you don't have one, if you're not driving one, drive one, get one. Ed, you got a Lightning coming in, right? Yourself?
It should be here any day now. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. I've driven a few of them. But it's like you said, it's a whole different experience. There's not a power band, there's not a rough idle, there's none of that. It's smooth acceleration, it's quiet. It's a whole different world.
So, you know, it's funny because it's real fun to talk to people that I read one article that said, once you own one, okay, you'll never call an ICE vehicle a luxury vehicle again, because there's nothing luxurious about smelling, you know, premium fuel, you know, going into your car. You know, there's nothing luxurious about, you know, going through 10 gears just to get up to 60 miles an hour. Okay, I mean, you can go on and on about the things, and it really is, once you become a little EV snob, they are kind of fun. They really are. There's some great things about them. So
yeah, there's
and
no
Ron,
no clunking.
Some great comments from the audience, if I may, Ed. It's not by accident that I see Kate Borowski from Finder Wrenches on here tonight, and she's waiting for an EV. So, Ed, it's taken hold, right?
It is, and we can embrace it, or we can tell people why they don't want it when they come into our stores. And if we embrace it, we have to be prepared for it as well. And that's the deal with the tire van. These vehicles don't need to come back to our service center to be serviced. We can service them in field. Let's make sure that we're prepared to do that, not just from a sales side, but from a service side, so that we can own the ownership experience.
absolutely. No, that'll be great. So, Sean, understand your business is going okay. To buy all of that memorabilia about the Green Bay Packers business has got to be good.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
It is good. You know, and I know I share a lot of information with a lot of people on this panel, and they've become very good friends of mine. You know, as we started out this year, our goal was to remove the obstacles and stay focused. After such a great 2021, you got to wonder if you can do it. And when you start reaching 30% year over year numbers, guys, you start to know you got something going right. You got a good process. You got good things. Whether you're at the store or not at the store, the right decisions, the only wrong decision is no decision. Make the decision. We can worry about the outcome later. But if you put the right process in place, it's always process. It's always people. Never changes. Never changes, Ron.
It is so important. That is so true. Okay, and now reality. Scott, tell me again about your business and what's going on. Like I said, manpower is a challenge everywhere, right?
It definitely is. It's a struggle with staffing. It's something that we're working on, and we've got a really good year going, even with all of that. And we're going to continue working on that, improving the culture here, working on our processes, dialing them in. And we're set up right now for a great fourth quarter. We're finally getting back up to full capacity with staffing and working on some mentoring programs. We've always grown our own technicians, but we're really going to ramp that up and try to accelerate it as well to get them up to speed a little bit quicker with a direct connection, with the master technicians. So that's mainly what we're looking at going forward.
Sarah, how about training? Do you see people backing off maybe because of the potential, recession feelings, or do you see people just diving in and saying, I got to make the best out of my business?
Well, I will say, right now for me in July, I was promoted to vice president of sales for Quantum 5. And
Congrats.
I will say my job has been super busy, which is an exciting thing because that means that dealerships are really seeking out meaningful change for the learning that their people are experiencing. And it's been super exciting to not only see that embrace from a cultural perspective in dealerships where people are realizing I really have to invest in my talent. I have to keep people top of mind. I have to keep my customers. There, as Sean said before, there's storm clouds maybe on the horizon, but there's no reason why we can't get ready and have an umbrella handy. And so this is really the time now to invest in training. And we've seen so many dealers realize that. And so it's been a great opportunity for me. And I'm looking forward to the next 100 days as we continue to have more and more people join.
Fantastic. Now, I think that's so true. So let's look at another topic that I think will be fun for everybody to talk through. Is there one technology missing right now in fixed ops? I mean, do you see out there people looking for something that's just not there today? It may be just a trick question, but Ed, do you see anything that you guys are looking at or trying something new that's working for you? What do you have that's
I won't just say that it's one piece of technology. I tell people all the time that the car business is 30 years behind. And so all the technology that's out there hasn't hit the car business yet. So you got all these tech vendors coming and knocking on your door and saying, hey, I got the key to fix things. And you try to push them out of the way. And hey, I don't need, but slow down and listen to them a bit, because their opportunity there to catch up with times is through technology. And we have to embrace it to be able to do that. And so we all miss several elements of that. And we're starting to tie in some of that with connected vehicle data and making things convenient for a customer to be able to do things from here rather than here.
Yeah.
And but the opportunities are endless. It's time for us to catch up a bit with technology.
And Ron, if I may, just to dovetail on what Ed Roberts just said, we are late to a lot of technology, and we have somebody on the panel tonight who's been deeply involved in the technology part of the fixed ops business. That's Jim Roche. And Jim, at the next Fixed Ops Roundtable, there's a panel or two coming up where we talk about recession-proofing the business with a lot of leaders. And I interviewed a lot of them, and most of them, while they are, yes, being prepared, they're also moving forward, Jim. So interested in your perspective on that and with technology as well.
Well, thanks, Ted. So my latest company, WarCloud, just to familiarize the audience, is the first company that's developed for the automotive industry, automating OEM warranty claims processing. So we take the warranty administrator, the human resource, greatly out of the loop and automate it, much in the same way that we've seen that happen across other industries. I tell my non-automotive friends that what we do is analogous to the way healthcare claims processing used to work, right? And if you think about it, you as a person, you broke. So you went to the hospital to get repaired, and a bunch of doctors and nurses repaired you. Then they handed all that information to some third party that had nothing to do with the delivery of the care, but it was the third party's job to get paid by the insurance company. That's warranty processing. It's a dealership. Yeah. But it's all automated now. And that's what we've done at WarCloud, is we're automating the warranty processing with the typical technology benefits, which can be summarized as faster, better, and cheaper. So that's what I think we want to look for as we're looking forward in the industry, Ted. We're going to see new vehicle volume go up, which probably means margins are going to get compressed. More new vehicles means less demand for used vehicles. And we're seeing across the board dealerships reporting, a slowdown in RO count. I think what's going to happen is as we sell more new vehicles, we're going to see more warranty eligible cars on the road, which means warranty volume will go up. But also what's going to happen is chips become more available. We're going to see parts, special order parts are going to come back into stock. And we're also going to see the cars that we sold that didn't have seat warmers and everything else come back to the dealership to get whole. That's going to be done under warranty. So warranty demand is going to go up at the same time that the people who have historically done it are leaving the workforce. So we've got to look for ways, not just in warranty processing, but across the board to improve scale and efficiencies through use of technology.
Well, good points. Ron?
That's a great point. I had the wonderful pleasure of going through the hospital treatment, to just to see how the process went. Okay, maybe I actually needed the services they were providing, but it was incredible from my perspective, that you could really see how from check-in to getting a room to actually having everybody, do their thing to you went so incredibly well. And everybody was walking around with a tablet, either on wheels or, in their hand, recording information, telling everybody that they did what they were supposed to do. And, at the end of it, it was all electronic, that, all the other doctors who wanted to find out this information were able to get that information. So it was very cool, even between hospitals. So, it's not like your information has to just stay with your store. It can be information that could be shared outside of those parameters. So pretty interesting stuff, when you do look at other industries and say, how do they do it? And how do they really implement it versus just having, a tablet sitting there that, isn't getting used, or they're not really doing that MPI because they really just don't want to pick up the tablet and walk around the car.
Ron, you said something incredibly important from a technology adoption standpoint. Everybody here on this panel has experience with various technology point tools, but we all have to hold the industry's feet to the fire to do a better job in data sharing. Because if we're not data sharing across these tools, then they get put in the drawer. Nobody wants to do double data entry. Nobody wants to use two devices. So to your point about how well it's working in other industries, let's keep pushing to make sure that it happens in this industry.
Absolutely. And, the fun thing is the big players, because everyone says, hey, I'm integrated with CDK, or I'm integrated with, pick somebody, right? And the point of it is they're trying to do that. Okay. They're giving everybody the opportunity to do that. You just need to really make sure that your products in your store are integrated and they all work together. It's really important.
If I may, Tully and Ed, at the upcoming roundtable, I know you gentlemen are involved, as well as everybody else here, in a lot of technology conversations. But to Jim's point, I think, Tully first and then Ed, that's very true. A lot of things don't work or have not worked well together, and that's a huge need, Tully.
It is. I mean, it starts with the DMS, right? And I think the DMS people are starting to get there a little bit. But the point of it is the reason why Google works so well is they say, bring it on. All the data is there for the liking. And I think that when you look at our DMS providers back in the day, they said, no, the box is locked up, right? Now you can get in the box for a fee. But I think the more we get together, the more vendors work together, it strengthens the DMS. But really what it is, as we are truly in the repeat and referral business, we make it easy to do business with us. I think Ron had a great analogy when you go to a hospital. That DMS isn't locked down. Everybody gets to talk to each other. Let everybody talk. Let everybody work so the customer wins.
Love it. Ed?
There's opportunity for us there. I mean, just think about it. Before 20 years ago, we had to make sure we used Explorer with this and Firefox for this. And now you go to Chrome or you go to Edge and you're off to the races. And it's so those things have got to tie together and become seamless. But also think about 20 years ago, what all of our shopping habits was, and now what our shopping habits are today. And compare that to the car dealer. The car dealer still hasn't changed. So if we talk about being 30 years behind, that's what kind of puts it there. We hadn't evolved over those 2 decades. So there's opportunity for us to tie that technology together and make it work seamlessly.
Ed, I'm wondering if we could get at one of the DMS providers on the next roundtable. Maybe that's a point that you could make to them as well.
Certainly. And we use Reynolds & Reynolds at our store. So that might be one that we have to reach out to.
All right. I think that might happen. Sean Kingery, what are your thoughts on this?
I think Tully's dead on. It does all start with the DMS because it all starts with writing a repair order and making it seamless. And listen, I've been on a ton of panels with you, Ted. I've had the privilege and talking about helping the advisors and removing the obstacles and the tools that are out there and not making it. And again, you go back to the DMSs and I agree 100% on having a DMS on here, and don't make the integration so expensive. It makes it sale proof. At the end of the day, and again, to the point that was just brought up, there's some great technology company out there. We do need to open the door to them, but we need the DMSs to be open to letting them in without charging so much integration. It literally makes it cost prohibitive to do it.
And make it clunky.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Jim's in on that.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, Scott, you're running a big organization there. What's your take?
It's all absolutely true. There's just so much struggle in it all. The main pain point is the DMS, and they just really need to start letting go of the data. Like Sean said, don't charge so much for integration, make it available to everybody. I don't know why they can't all talk. They're going to be scratching each other's backs anyway. So, let's all share the information and make it all work. Right now, it's just going here, going there. And it's so clunky, and it's such a roadblock for the advisors, for the technicians, for everybody, really. The customer too, there's so many different avenues they have to go through, or rabbits they have to chase to try to even make an appointment. It's just ridiculous. And it could be so much easier. And to Ed's point, we are 30 years behind everything else. I mean, you look at where the internet is now and where information systems are now, and you can immediately find out anything about anything you want to know or anybody you want to know about. And it should be that way with the car business. You should be able to instantly find everything you need to know about a car, a customer, their needs, their wants, anything. So it's just time for them to step up.
We have 3 people here tonight who are going to be keynote speakers at the September event. Tully Williams, Ed Roberts, and Sarah Van Tyne. And Sarah, I mentioned to you when we were preparing for your keynote that I've never seen so much focus. And Jim Roche, I think you'd be interested in this. We see a lot of trends right at the Roundtable when we hear a lot of people starting to talk about the same thing. We're like, okay, that might be something important. One of the things that we're hearing a whole lot about, and Tully and Sean, you've been part of this conversation as well, Sarah, is the phones. I've never heard, Sarah, so much conversation about just being able, not like really high tech stuff, Jim, just like, Sarah, answer the phones, right? And that's going to be a big topic at the next event.
Yes, and it goes even beyond just simply answering the phone. I mean, one of the biggest pushes that we keep hearing, and I mean, everybody's experienced this pain point, but you get it stuck in an automated system and you're just like, representative, I want to talk to a human being. Where's an actual person that can understand me? And we see that in so many other industries, like in the airline industry, especially right now. That is a common pain point with flight cancellations that can't get a live human being. And so it's really critical. I mean, the same situation is happening in our dealerships and in our service drives. We have to have that conversation around, how are we answering the phone? How are we communicating? Because people are clearly saying they want to be heard. They want a real person that's equipped with the right skills to take them from start to finish with the right expectations, whether it's, hey, calling up Ed's store and being like, I want this van coming to my house to put tires on my EV vehicle. Whatever the situation is, we just have to be more prepared and ready for our people to handle those phone calls.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So I'm excited about what all of you are going to be contributing at the next event. I want to thank all of you for your great contributions and for being here tonight. Cara Delane, I think you've had it easy tonight because we both have had a chance to kind of sit back and listen to the experts here. Cara, what are your thoughts, and remind us also on when all this is coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we have 3 big time speakers right here on After Dark that everyone's going to be able to hear from on September 20th, 21st, and 22nd at the next Fixed Ops Roundtable, the Roaring 20s. And I'm sure that everyone has got a piqued interest tonight, but I can't wait for the next event to hear more in-depth conversations about all what is happening in the automotive industry and what's to come from all of these experts right here on the screen tonight. So if you haven't already got your tickets, guys, grab them now because they are complimentary, and you can grab those at fixedopsroundtable.com.
I'll tell you one thing that we've been successful at doing, Cara, is, and you in particular, is you've been getting a lot of people to dress up for this event. I'm seeing a lot of pictures on social media, Tully, and including the folks here tonight. So thank you for playing the part, and Cara for leading the way on that.
Hey, I never thought that at this age I would still be playing dress up, but I'm living my childhood dream, and all of you are right there along with me.
Yep. So looking forward to it. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. If anybody missed any part of our show tonight, it is available on YouTube. And Kara, that's pretty easy to find, right?
It is. Yeah, we're everywhere now. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. But if you miss any of our After Dark shows, you can watch them on replay on our YouTube channel at the Fixed Ops Roundtable. So make sure to go subscribe to that now so you never miss one single second.
And Ron, we've worked hard on that to make sure that all the previous content from all the other roundtables, over the past couple of years, Jim, are now on the YouTube channel. So you can go there, you can find previous events, or if I want to see and hear, Ed Roberts, what he said at the last event, that's an individual segment. So it's pretty well documented on there. So it's a great resource, I think, as well as Fixed Ops Magazine, Ron.
Hey, thanks so much. And by the way, sneak peek, guys, coming up in September.
Okay.
We're picking the best of the best, right, for the covers. And
there you go. That's good stuff. Look at there.
Tully is going to be front and center on the next issue. That's the reason for our buttons tonight, is to just say, you know what? Thank you, Tully, for all you've done for the industry. You really have been so helpful and kept it just straightforward and logical so we can all understand what it takes to be successful in this business. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to say thank you, and thank you to all. I think when you look at mentors and stuff like that, Ted Ings and you, Ron, and everybody on this panel have helped me get there, and I just can't thank everybody enough. And this great honor, Ron. Thank you again very much.
This is great.
And I think, Sean, you've started something. I think once they're on the cover of Fixed Ops Magazine, Sean, it is now Sir Tully. Is that right?
He's officially been knighted. Now, Sir Ed's got 2 knights, but that's okay. It is now officially Sir Tully. And it's in my phone as Sir Tully now, by the way, officially.
Does that mean it's Sir Ed squared, or how does that?
That's all right. I'll give him that. I will certainly give him that. And Sarah, you're already there. And obviously, Mr. Ings, you're obviously there as well.
All right. Well,
it's been a lot of fun, guys.
Congratulations, Tully.
Yes,
you deserve it very much.
Right.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Great time.
I can't wait to hear more at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, the Roaring 20s. But thank you all for being here tonight. Congratulations, Tully. And I can't wait to see all of you again here shortly. So on behalf of myself, Ted Ings, and all of these amazing people on the screen right now, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m.